Up a three, won't go. Rebound tip taken by Spades. Final seconds. It's over. It's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
I hate losing. I hate the suspense of the post-competition. I hate going from anticipating a first-place finish to hoping I even get called to ultimately being crushed by defeat. I hate losing. And yet, I keep going. I've kept doing things I've been unsure of, things so far out of my comfort zone, constantly chasing the euphoria of success. Maybe it's just delusions that lead me to believe I can win. Or maybe everyone who's won has been delusional. All my life, I've been a witness to successful people. From seeing peers represent our school in competitions, to seeing familiar faces on the news because of some amazing accomplishment, some research paper, some article, some award. I've always had a continuously growing idea of success, and honestly, it's embedded a lot of imposter syndrome in me. We've become desensitized to seeing personal wins on social media, to the point where we imagine it's impossible for regular people to achieve that level of accomplishment. But everyone you see online is just regular. They're human. Being friends with many of these accomplished people and conversing with them really has opened my eyes. I realized they hate losing too. Many of them have had experiences losing horrifically, and they all remember their losses with tremendous detail. But they never talk about them as if it was a turning point. To them, losses were never signals to stop. Every time they mentioned losing, I didn't feel like it hurt them as much as my losses hurt me. And maybe that's the key. As uncomfortable as that makes me feel, I think that's the secret. To accept and internalize and process loss not as a setback, but as part of the process. And by the way, here's the real kicker. It sounds easy in theory, but accepting loss and learning not to be discouraged is so astronomically difficult. I think that's why so little of us are achievers. It's because to achieve, you have to have tried falling short. But what about when you do keep going? You do fight through all the anxiety, you take your losses in stride, putting one foot after the other after every disappointment, and you just can't stop losing. What then? Well, I'm sorry to say this, but the answer is simple. Just keep losing. You may think at some point it's healthier to stop, but there definitely are people who would rather drop dead than rather stop at losing. You only need to win once to validate all your losses. I know a guy who basically almost no one liked. He knew he wasn't liked. He was your standard troublemaker who people constantly underestimated. And yet, he never stopped. He never gave in, joining every competition despite everyone saying he couldn't do it. His confidence was so high and his will unyielding, he never let anyone count him out. Especially himself. He just kept going until the odds stacked against him didn't matter. And eventually, he won. My point is, everyone I've seen who won and achieved something worthwhile has never taken a loss for an answer. But to be honest, it's so easy to put those types of people in a different category. To say their minds are just built different. That they don't feel like we feel. But I also recognize it shouldn't just be about what they are, it should also be about what we believe. I could simply leave it at that and never try doing anything hard again. But I know, deep down, I have the power to wield that mindset myself. It's just that I'm afraid to lose. But if I'm afraid to lose, maybe I'll never get the chance to win. The real winners aren't simply those who receive the accolades, they're those who kept believing even when, and especially when, nobody else did. then again, maybe it's all for naught. Maybe no matter how hard you try, you'll never get that promotion. Maybe no matter how hard you study, you'll never get into your dream school. Maybe no matter how often I upload or how long I spend on my scripts, this YouTube channel will never work out. Maybe. The question is, are you willing to let go of your dream on a maybe? Because you could. So many people do the same. They count themselves out and they stop setting alarms and they close their books, they close their YouTube videos, they end their productive phase because it hurts to try. And staying where they are is more worth it than working for what they want. I'm not saying it's easy or that you'll achieve everything you want. I'm just saying that if you fail, you'll thank yourself for trying. Maybe you'll hate yourself. But at least you could say you tried. And you stopped at nothing until it was literally impossible. But if you don't try, maybe you won't regret it tomorrow. Maybe you won't regret it next week or even next month. But someday, when you think about what could have been, you'll leave yourself wondering, what would have happened if I was okay with losing? So, try. Or don't. Maybe you're happy where you are, and that's okay. Everyone has a different idea of what they want their life to look like. But if you aren't happy where you are, no matter how far away you are from your goals, no matter how behind you feel, no matter what the odds seem like, do it. Just do it. Because all you have to do is